Now coming to you from in front of the Harry Potter shelf, it's Peace Loves Books Mid-January Book Haul. Hello everybody. Sorry my last video was of such bad quality. I didn't realize how sucky my webcam was. But anyways, today I'm here with a massive book haul. Now, majority of these books are from the hospital, our local hospital. They have shelves there with books that are 25 cents a piece, and I take advantage of it whenever I'm there. So I'll just get right into it. This is Solomon Gursky Was Here by Mordecai Richler. Mordecai Richler is a Canadian author. And Solomon Gursky Was Here is about the author trying to trace back his family history and becoming, very successful at it until he gets to this Solomon Gursky character. And then he, tries to find out who he is and how he fits into the family. The next book I got is Literary Lasps by Stephen Leacock, who is also a great Canadian author. These are little short stories, and we actually have an award called the Stephen Leacock Award for Humor, which is humor in writing, so I've already read some of these, but they're very good. I like having it in this little book here. The next book I got is Amazing Love by Corrie ten Boom. Now this is, I don't know what this is about specifically, but Corrie ten Boom was a German who actually hid Jews in her house along with her father. So this, I hope, is a very interesting story. The next book I got is The Scarlet Pimpernel by Baroness Orczy. Let me see that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And this tells the story of the Scarlet Pimpernel during the French Revolution, when all the aristocrats were being beheaded, and the Scarlet Pimpernel went around and saved them. The next book I have is actually part of a series. We have Rendezvous with Rama by Arthur C. Clarke and Rama 2, which is the sequel. These books are part of a series that tell the story of a spaceship that is, was it 200,000 or 20,000 years old, that suddenly comes into Earth's solar system, and they go and explore the planet Earth. Earthians do. The next one I have is Islands in the Stream by Ernest Hemingway. This was published posthumously by his wife, who found the transcript, and it wasn't complete. But yes, it's a lot more complicated than that, but I won't go into it. I also got another science fiction here, Endless Universe by Marion Zimmer Bradley, who's probably most known for Mists of Avalon. I don't quite know what this one is about. Something about living outside of planet time. Oh, they live in metal ships, and then eventually they come back to the planet. Next I got The Flight of the Falcon by Daphne du Maurier in this really pretty blue book. I have no idea what it's about, but everyone seems to enjoy Rebecca. I already have it, but I decided to pick this one up. Why not, for 25 cents? Next one I got is William Golding's An Egyptian Journal. Now William Golding wrote Lord of the Flies, but this is non-fiction. It's about his journey down the Nile River in Egypt, obviously. I got this little book, Whirligig by Paul Fleischman. It tells the story of this guy who accidentally kills a girl named Leah in a car crash, and then his mother asks him to go to the four corners of the United States and build whirligigs in her memory. Now these are all hardcover. I'm really happy to have got them, especially for 25 cents. We have Up the Down Staircase by Belle Kaufman. This tells the story of a school. It's quite interesting that it's told in different ways. There's different pictures, there's different like memos, as well as typical, oh there's just letters, typical just narration. So that looks really interesting. I picked up this one. I love books with quotes in them. So this is the 2,548 Best Things Anybody Ever Said, compiled by Robert Burney. And it's basically just pages of quotes. The next one I got is, I have to look at this to remember, All Shall Be Well, and All Shall Be Well, and All Manner of Things Shall Be Well by Todd Bodica. And this tells the story of a, is it a Renaissance? Oh, medieval reenactor. And he gets into some sort of trouble, ends up in Prague, and is looking for his son. So I thought that sounds quite interesting. I'm also a huge fan of short stories, so I got this combination of American short stories. Now you'll see here, if I bought this in the used bookstore, it would cost me about $15, but I got it for 25 cents, which is awesome. The next one I got is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and this tells the story of a missing woman and her husband becomes the prime suspect. It's actually being made into a movie this year starring, I believe, Ben Affleck. The next book and last book I got at the hospital for 25 cents, I was very excited to find. It's The Big Over Easy by Jasper Fforde. I saw this a lot on YouTube and I immediately wrote it down on my books to buy list. And it's basically a detective story that incorporates nursery rhymes. So our murder victim is Humpty Dumpty, our detective is Jack Sprat, his assistant is Mary Mary, and we talk about the three pigs, and it sounds really interesting. This book I didn't get from the hospital. I got it lent to me by my Oma, and it's Pope Joan. It tells the story of a woman who disguised herself as a male and eventually rose up to become Pope. It's a true story and it sounds quite interesting. The next book I just got yesterday, I brought it full price. It's The House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danilewski. I saw this a lot on BookTube and it seems like a really interesting book. I'll just show you a few pages. So yes, there is some text there. It's all told in different ways. Oh, there's the page. You know, it's supposed to be an experience reading this. And lastly, I decided to pick up a hard copy of How I Live Now by Meg Rossoff. I am thoroughly looking forward to this one as I saw the movie, and I really enjoyed it. Like, it really just stuck with me. So I'm hoping on getting to this today after I finish up David Copperfield later. So that's it. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books, which one you think I should read after How I Live Now, and if you have any other recommendations for books I should check out. Keep reading.